Hello everyone, my name is Laura Burke and today I want to talk to you about World Mental Health Day. So World Mental Health Day is a day where it's all about raising awareness, discussing mental illness and thinking about how we can make sure that individuals are supported. The theme for this year is actually around making mental health a priority for everybody, a global community of people who are reaching out, reaching in and people getting the support that they need. I thought that today what we would talk about is actually how to support people with their mental health and how to support people around you. It might be family, friends, neighbours, whoever it might be who might need some support from you. So let's get going. What I'm going to do is I'm going to share 5 different ways that we can help somebody. So first things first, number 1, we need to make sure that we ask again. When we are asking people how they are, we need to ask again. Because did you know when we ask someone how they are, the first thing they say, I'm fine, I'm okay. And actually, there are a lot of times when people don't feel okay. So by asking again and following up the question, you are making them feel valued, you are making them feel cared for, okay? So you can say something like this. Hi, Sally, how are you? Sally says she's fine. Are you sure, Sally? I've noticed there's a change in you. Is everything okay? I'm not only telling Sally that I'm worried, I'm also telling Sally that I'm here and I want to listen and I want to talk to her. So sometimes just following up by asking that question again can really help someone to open up about mental health. It's not always about people opening up to people around them. They might not feel able to, they might not know who to turn to, but by us reaching in and going and asking that question again, we're letting people know that we care. And that's what we want, isn't it? We want people to feel cared for. We want people to feel that they are listened to. Very, very important. So number 1 is asking again. Number 2, when we do ask and when we do say that we've noticed a change perhaps and we were asking the question again, we need to be able to listen. Okay, so number 2 is listen, but it's not just listening and that's that, it's listening non-judgmentally, okay? Because some of us might listen and we might not realise, but we might be a little bit judgmental or say, I don't understand why you feel like this because you have this, this and this. That's not being non-judgmental, that's being judgmental. So by being non-judgmental, we are listening to the person, we are giving them that space, we are giving them good eye contact, open body language. We're not going, oh, I'm a bit bored here, or I'm looking at a watch, or we're looking around the room. We are making that person feel heard. So when I'm talking to someone, my eyes are on them. It's all about me and that person, and that's that. So that is how you can show to someone that you care about them and that you really want to hear what they've got to say. Another way you can show to them you're listening, you might repeat back what they said to you. Right, Sally, so what you're telling me is the reason you are feeling like this is because work is causing you a lot of stress and family issues, etc., etc. You are summarising back what they've said to you, which shows to them they actually are listening. They actually care what I have to say. And it really does produce a really good conversation to and fro. So number 2, listen non-judgmentally. Number 3, which is really important, when you are speaking to somebody, talk to them about self-care. What are they doing to look after their mental health right now? What is helping them relax? What's giving them a bit of relief at the end of the day? Because we all have some different techniques that we use, and what works for you might not work for someone else. However, what we can suggest is, what do you do when things get too much, when you're feeling really stressed? What does help you de-stress? And maybe we can find some techniques that can help them. It might be they said that they like going walking, but they're not going walking in a while. Maybe that's something that you could do together. Or it could be you suggest for them to pencil in a time when they can go walking. Whatever it might be, self-care is a really good exercise. It's a way to show self-love. It's a way to kind of release that stress we're experiencing. Might not be all of the stress, but it might be some. And over time, that can help us instead of overflowing in stress, okay? So that was number 3, talk about self-care. Number 4, we can offer practical support, okay? Because what we don't recognise when someone is experiencing mental health issues, the simple things that we might find easy is not that easy. We might find that we can't access forms, we can't look into research, we can't book an appointment because everything going on right now feels too much, okay? And we're just trying the best we can, but all the other things going on around us can feel very, very overwhelming. Therefore, if you can offer to help someone book an appointment, read things online, get them a helpline, give them the tools that they need to succeed effectively, give them the tools they need that can help them push on. It might be a meditation app. As I said, it might be some information on their particular medication. Whatever it might be, offering practical support to someone can be really helpful. I remember years ago in my career, I asked someone if they needed help with a form. And to be honest, I felt a little bit silly because I felt like, oh, are they going to have a go at me and say, of course I can access a form? But actually, they were so grateful. They were so grateful to have that support of someone just taking over and me just writing the form so they could get the support they need. So please don't underestimate the value that you can bring to someone. You know, you haven't got to give them all these profound examples or explanations or philosophical terms about, you know, how they can feel in the future. Nothing like that. You can support, you can listen, you can guide, okay, and you can offer that practical support. And lastly, number 5 is remind them of local mental health services. Please, 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 this one is really, really important. Remind them of local mental health services for them. So as you know, we have got our Crisis Cafe, which is open every single evening at our Mind and Bexley office from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. Monday to Sunday. They can come along, they can talk to someone. It's one-to-one support for them. So please recommend that. There's various of helplines around, you know, there's Samaritans, there's Oxy's urgent advice line. There are lots of services out there for somebody alongside therapy and different services. So do have a look online about what support they can access and what is there for them, and perhaps present that to them, because sometimes we don't know where to start. You know, we're not feeling great, we're not feeling ourselves, and sometimes we can't advocate for ourselves. We need a little bit of support, we need a helping hand, and maybe that's something that you can do for somebody today. So just bear in mind that there are services out there, so you might want to do research before. If you do want to speak to somebody, find out their area, find out what's there for them, and then support them along the way. I hope this has been helpful. Thank you very much for listening. If you think this is useful today, please share it. You never know who this can support, but I'll run through them 5 tips again of how to support someone with their mental health. So number 1, ask again, you know, ask them how they are, but then follow it up, ask them again. 2, listen to them non-judgmentally. 3, talk about self-care with them. What are they doing to look after themselves, to de-stress? 4, offer practical support. You know, how can I help you? What do you think will help you? Is there anything I can do to make things a bit easier for you? And 5, remind them of the local mental health services out there. Thank you very much for listening.